I'm a bit miffed, to say the least. I just got back from a 300-kilometer drive I didn't really need to do. I could have done a 200-kilometer drive. I had issues with my Tascam Model 24. It's a bit of a complicated story, but not that bad. I bought this thing, open box, up in Guelph. No box, no manual, no cord, no nothing. Right? But new. I'm the first owner, except that, these things float around the store for some reason. They're over on this desk, and then they're over here, and then they're in the back, and then Joey's got it, and it's just like, what's up with some of these products that just kind of like whirlwind around the store? But anyway, so I'm first owner. Go up to Guelph, get it, bring it back, use it for a little while. I'll note that I never use the auxes, not on this one. Change my mind. Don't want it anymore. So I bring it up to Long McQuade, London North. And I say, I want to trade it in. And they're like, trade it in? You didn't buy it that long ago. You can return it. That was their idea. I said, okay, well, I'm willing just to trade it in and take a heaping loss on it, because I buy, sell, swap gear all the time. That's what we do in Quest for Gear. No, you can just return it. That was their idea. Like, okay. Suddenly the product is used. Okay. By me. I used it. Now it's a product in their inventory and it's used. Month or two later, this turns into December of 2024. I changed my mind again and I want to go buy it. So I'm going to go buy the used thing, right? So I'm losing money every time. No big deal. They're getting money every time, right? So I go and I find this thing, and on the floor of London North, on its side, on the floor, back in the back where like the microphones are and stuff. And I kind of thought that was weird. I had to make sure nobody had kicked it, It's a perfect place for people to kick it. But they didn't. It looked good. So I buy it again. And I think that's when Larry, the piano tie there, realized that I returned a lot of stuff, and he put a B code on my account. And B code, I guess, just means anytime I return something, now I get a 10% restocking fee. Ooh! It's like, that's the worst you can do, because I return too many things. And I return too many things under what? Under knife, like at gunpoint? No. I return stuff. You guys let me return stuff. I returned it and you let me return stuff. And then you're like, well, now we're upset. We're going to do our worst. We're going to put a B code on you. And now 10% restocking fee. Who gives a damn? That means if I buy something for $1,000 and I return it, you're going to take $100. I don't care. Do it. That's the worst you can come up with. Anyway, so now I buy this thing. So who's been the only owner of this thing? Me. But I've bought it used. Okay. Used for myself, and used that it's floated around that place on the floor for some reason. So yeah, it's all my own stupidity so far, basically. But I remember, and I stood at the back of this location with a guy that sold it to me back in the PA area. And I remember distinctly him saying, and you get a 1-year warranty with it. And what popped in my head was, yeah, I won't need it. I don't need the warranty. Nothing will go wrong. I won't need it. But what I said to him out loud was, oh, that's super cool. You get a 1-year warranty? That's really cool. All of a sudden I'm buying this thing again, and my, sort of sins are forgiven in that I get the refresh of the warranty. He said, yeah, you get a 1-year warranty. He said it. Okay. Now, how can I prove that? I can't. I didn't record the conversation. I can't record that the guy said that. Okay. Fast forward to yesterday. I'm trying to do a video back here where I'm testing out some pedals. Right, Chewy? I'm testing out some pedals, and somebody makes the suggestion, why don't you hook the pedals to a microphone? And I said, that's a good idea. I'll use the Tascam Model 24. Well, I discover that the aux do not work. Okay? Not at all. Not aux 1 and 2, not all the way through here, and not up into here. Aux doesn't work. So I'm kind of screwed at this point, right? I just hadn't used them. I didn't use it when I bought them from Guelph. I didn't buy it when I rebought it in December from London North. So But I'm thinking, but I got that 1 year warranty. The guy said so. He said so. Okay. So I'm thinking today, do I gotta go all the way to, London North? Because I got closer Long and McQuade's. And I thought to myself, no, I will bring it back to the place I got it from. I think it'll make more sense. Maybe someone will remember me. Maybe they'll remember it being on the floor. But you do your homework on this. You do your recon. So I called. And I got old Gladys, who's 105 years old, was not happy to answer the phone today. And, hello? I'm like, oh boy. Couldn't have one of the nice young guys answer the phone, but you get the, hello? Right? And Gladys wants off the phone right away. And maybe she's the nicest lady in the world, but today she wanted off the phone. She wanted no part of my fact-finding mission. So I said, hello, yes, back in December, I bought a used board and now it's not working. I know that it's still under warranty and I'd like to bring it in, but I'm just wondering, before I come all the way up to this location, technically I can go to any location, right, to return it. And furthermore, I'm wondering, what will they do? Because it's a used board. You don't have one in stock anywhere. You don't have one in stock anymore. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my emails. Are you going to give me a new one? Are you going to give me a used one? Are you going to give me my money back? Are you going to send it for repair? What are you going to do? Well, Gladys she wants off the phone, right? She doesn't want to be on a phone call in her job. So she goes, the boys will have to see it. And I said, oh yes, no, I know they'll have to see it. And I'll bring it to them and they will see it and they will discover that it is broken. But generally, because this is a used product and you don't have one to replace it with, what will happen? They'll have to see it. I said, oh no, I know. They will definitely see it and they will see that it's broken. So, sorry. And they will see that it's broken. So, but in general, what are they liable to do if I drive all the way up there? Are they going to give me a new one? Are they going to try to find me a used one? Are they going to give me my money back? Are they going to try to send it for repair? Are they going to give me store credit? They'll have to see it. Okay, Gladys. Okay. I will drive all the way to a location nowhere near me to, take my chances. So I go all the way up there thinking it's the best place to take it back. Guys at the front are nice. Wish I would have got them on the phone. And he goes, well, it's out of warranty. And I'm like, nope. No, that's not true. He goes, yeah, it's just out of warranty. I said, nope, that can't be. I bought it December 10th of 2024. He goes, well, you're just out of warranty. I said, no, the guy that stood at the back in the PA section, December 10th, 2024, told me it was a 1-year warranty on this, right? And keep in mind, I'm the only guy. Like, I bought this in Guelph less than a year ago. So technically my Guelph warranty stands, right? Anyway, that's way too much for them to figure out. But the guy's nice. He goes, well, you're still within the grace period. You can buy the warranty right now. So I'm like, now I got to buy an $88 warranty to get my warranty, right? He goes, yeah, there's nothing else. I'm like, I got to buy the $88. I said to the guy, they told me it was a 1-year warranty. Crickets. The guy won't say anything, right? So let's try again. The guy told me it was a 1-year warranty. Crickets. The guy won't respond. He goes, oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry too. Obviously it's not your fault, but okay. So I buy the $88 extended warranty on this broken thing. And now they're going to send it away. And he goes, and then they'll do what's best. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? He's like, well, they'll fix it if they can fix it, or give you a new one if they can give you a new one, or give you your money back if you can give your money back. Like, he's like, whatever's best, right? This is what I'm getting. Keep in mind, I'm the only owner of this thing that I know of. I don't know that it didn't get bought and sold between, Guelph and, like, when I owned it, when I brought it to here, London North, maybe somebody else had it. Probably not. It was squeaky clean, considering the thing didn't have a box. There's no footprints on it. There was a foot missing. A foot went missing while it lived at London North. Okay. So I'm like, fine. So I freaking drive all the way up there, pay this $88 for an extended warranty. Now they're going to send it away. And I'm going, man, this is a screw job, because I could have drove to a closer Long and McQuade and got, that story, right? I wish they could have just said over the phone, you have to see it. I'm like, well, they're going to see it and they're going to see that it's broken, lady. I'm just talking in general. What are they going to do? And then she could have looked it up and she could have goes, oh, you're out of fake warranty, right? And then I would have gone, oh, okay. Well, maybe I don't even take it back to a Long and McQuade. Maybe I decide to keep it with the auxes broken. Or maybe I throw it on reverb for $700 and I go, hey, you want to buy this? The auxes are broken. Right? Or maybe I go to TAC myself or sound distributors myself, or I go to my local music stores and they send it. Like, maybe I have options, but that old crank was just like, gotta see it. Want off the phone. Don't want to be on the phone today. Like, yeah, I know, lady. I know. It must be tough being 105 years old and working on a Long and McQuade, right? I get it. You don't want to be on the phone today. Anyway, yeah, so this is where it's at. I left it, which means I got to drive back 300 kilometers, right? And I paid $88 for an extended warranty. So this is a screw job, and I would just want my mixer back repaired, and that'll be that for me. I won't darken the door of a Long and McQuade for a long while. And also, be sure to record your conversations with them. If you're casually standing there at the counter and the guy goes, oh, yes, sir, I see too that it is a 1-year warranty. Go, oh, hold on, let me take out my phone and record you because later on, if I do have any trouble, you might go, oh, you're out of warranty. Like, that's like used car salesman crap, right? That's nuts, right? And the young guy, he was nice. He stood right in there. He was nice. And I'm like, that other guy told me 1 year. And he was just like, uh-huh. Like, what's he going to say? Prove it? He can, he's just like, oh, well, don't say that. I don't want to, I think don't say things I can't do anything about. Right. But I don't know. It'll be a while, and then they're saying 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Well, where do they got to send this thing? Montreal, China, God knows, right? I'm without my board. And the first time when I bought it in Guelph, like I only saved like $100 off full price, right? I could have bought it. Cosmo Music was still around at the time. I might have been able to get it from there. I think Cosmo had them. I can get it from Sweetwater all day long. I'll tell you this. If I had got it from Sweetwater, I wouldn't be in this trouble right now. I guarantee that. This is a Long and McQuade screw job, and I'm not happy about it. So, and if you haven't, check out my video I did about a 44% failure rate on these guys. Basically, I've owned 8 of them, and Mike I Love Recording has one. And his is acting up, and 3 of mine have acted up, including the one that is currently in warranty repair at Long and McQuade. So that is a 44% failure rate at Model 24. I just want it fixed. I just want this over with. I got to stop by selling, swapping this kind of gear. Guitar pedals, yes, all day long. Guitars, yeah, probably. Amps, yeah, I seem to have better luck with amps. I got to stop with the pro audio equipment. It's just not working out. But I guess that's our lesson for today, is that if the Long and McQuade guys casually say anything to you, such as, it's a 1-year warranty, pull your phone out and go, well, could I get that in video? Because I'm not going to be able to prove that you said that later. But what should have happened today? Here's what should have happened today. First of all, when I called old Ethel there, she should have looked my thing up and goes, oh, well, you're actually out of warranty, blah, blah, blah. Because then I would have go, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, so I don't need to drive up to you guys then. I can go get this sorted at my local location and deal with this whole out of warranty situation closer to where I'm at, right? That and old Gladys could have told me they're going to want to send it for repair, because then I would know it's a repair thing. It's not money back. It's not give you new. It's not give you used, right? Had I known it was a repair only, well, I could sort that out with my non-Long and McQuade guy at my local music store, or I can get a hold of TAC or whoever the hell, or Sound Distribution. Like, then I don't need a Long and McQuade, considering they're going to make me drive 300 kilometers and pay $88, right? So that's the first thing Long and McQuade did wrong, is they let that old crank answer the phone that wants off the phone. Have to say it. Yeah, I know, lady. They're going to see it, and they're going to see it's broken. Now what? Now what? Okay. Second thing is this whole, the guy in December telling me that it was a 1-year warranty. And that is honestly the first thing popped in my head was, well, I won't need it. I ain't going to need this warranty. Well, I should have known because I had 2 others that were bad. So I should have known I would be in this situation now. And the third thing with these dudes today is we should have got maybe a higher manager involved going like, look, how would you like this? Put yourself in my position. How would you like this? Anyway, that's where it's at. I want my board back. I want it fixed. That's the other thing. The risk of me later, 3 weeks from now, I doubt it. It's going to be like 6 weeks and you know it. 6 weeks from now when I'm freaking driving 300 kilometers down to London again, then that's round trip, right? 150 and 150. I'm going to have to bring a microphone and a patch cable with me, myself, to test this, and a set of headphones to test this crap out. Because I'm not just going to go, take their word for it. Yeah, sure. Repaired? Sure. Throw it in the van and I'll drive back I can't do that. I'm going to have to test the thing. Luckily, I have buddies that live in London. I can take it right to their house, set it up there, test it all out. But what a nightmare this is. It'll be a long time before I buy anything expensive at Long McQuade. Little tuners and strings and picks and shirts, fine, but not heavy stuff. No way. I'll get my heavy stuff out of Sweetwater. What a disaster this is. Anyway, if you like gear and home recording and all kinds of drama, like and subscribe if you want to. Thanks for watching.